We are here. We are live. We are going to be doing, and if my internet goes out, the Love Witch will still be here. Oh my goodness. What a day. So we're going to be doing tarot readings for Tarot for Kindness. I'm also going to be making some announcements. I didn't get to finish my announcements on the Q&A. I'll be making some announcements. I will be using, are you going to have tarot and oracle both, or just oracle, or what do you want to do? Are you going to do tarot or what?
Oh, last week I really had fun doing both of our decks together. So I was thinking I'd do the same thing again this week. Pull a Salem Witch card and a Naughty or Nice card.
Perfect. And then I will do the tarot then. That's what we'll do today. And I'll use this one. I'm so into this one, the Relative Tarot by Carrie Paris. Such a cute deck.
I promise I know how to read tarot, by the way. I'll do it some other week.
I know you know how to read tarot, and you're an amazing tarot reader. And it's like, but I think we just need to plan ahead that you have the tarot cards.
I have like 75 tarot decks, and none of them are in this room. So.
I'm like, why don't you read tarot and I'll read off the Salem Witch Oracle deck. So the reason I'm so jazzed about that is we're going to be giving away a copy of the Salem Witch Oracle deck. Here's a sealed copy that we're going to be giving away. But the Love Witch is going to be using it along with our Naughty and Nice deck. Did you announce that, or or did you just tell me? I think you announced it. So then you'll get a little sneak peek at it. But what we are going to do. Oh my God, I'm so disorganized. What we're going to do is everyone who gets a reading, whether you get a 1-card reading, a 10-card reading, or anything in between, everybody who gets a reading will be entered into a drawing. We'll spin a wheel for that, and we'll see who wins. So all you have to do is get a reading, and you'll be eligible to win this deck. It's how much is this deck? $26 for this deck?
Something like that, right? That sounds about right.
Yeah, so you'll get that
QR code and you can find out how much it is.
Exactly. And it's something that is collectible. We only made 100 copies of this deck. We're only down to our last 9 copies, and you will be the recipient, and we can send that to you. So we thought we'd do something a little special for the winter solstice, our winter solstice edition of this get together that we have. So Tarot for Kindness is our get together where we do readings. Live stream readings, $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds go to Sobotan Harbor, our friends in Kyiv who have a grassroots organization. They buy groceries for seniors. They go and visit these seniors, bring them their groceries. They buy 2 weeks worth of groceries. A lot of these seniors are on pensions, and pensions have not risen since like Soviet times. They're really like very minuscule, and people have to make hard decisions. Do they have heat or do they have food? Do they get their medicine or do they get their food? I mean, those kinds of decisions, which no one should have to make. Not only that, but they're having to make these decisions while there's a full-scale war and invasion going on. Russia is bombing infrastructure. Lights are out for days at a time. Heat and gas sometimes are out for days at a time. In the middle of winter, you can imagine this is just horrific and horrible. And they're bombing civilian targets, hospitals, museums, homes, apartment buildings. These aren't military targets. They're murdering people. So, and these are people who are vulnerable seniors in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, some of whom are disabled and can't even move to get out of their home, to go to shelters. It is a nightmare. So you guys are providing, by getting readings with us, you are providing a little spark of beautiful light. In fact, they're buying battery operated lights for the seniors is one of the things that they do, as well as buy the food. So you are bringing in a very bleak, very horrific, unbelievably horrific time. You are providing a beautiful light for these people. And honestly, many, many times these people say it is a miracle. I had nothing to eat at all, and you arrived with food. And so this is because of you guys. They can't buy the food unless the donations are made, and you're making those donations, and you're getting a tarot reading on top of it. So it is, as Michael Scott says, a win-win-win. Everybody wins. We get to have fun with you. We get to do readings with you. You get to have a reading, and they get food. So I think it's just a good thing for everyone, right?
And you get to bring light on the darkest day of the year, right?
Yeah, right? The darkest, longest night of the year, you're spreading light. And you can't even imagine, if you aren't following closely what's happening and the intense intensity and the horrificness of this, you don't even know how special it is to be just this humanity of doing something kind for somebody, how important that is. So anyway, here's how you do it. I know now you're all jazzed and you all want a reading and you all want to help. So here's how you can do it. All you have to do is make a donation. You can make a donation on Venmo, you can make a donation on PayPal, or you can make a donation on Super Chat. Make a donation of $10 per card. So if you want a 1-card reading, it's $10, 2-card reading, 20, 3-card reading, 30, and so on. Once you've made your donation, come back here. And if you want those links, they'll pop up occasionally. Like right now, we have the PayPal one up. We had the Venmo one up earlier, but you can always look in the description. In the description are the links where you can go, and then you can do that. Super Chat, we don't have a QR code or a link to, because Super Chat is part of the YouTube sphere. This is where you can go and make a donation, and you can just press that button that looks like a $sign, and you can make your donation there. So once you've made your donation, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chat, wherever you make it, come back here, let us know where you donated, PayPal, Venmo, or Super Chat, how much you donated, and what your question is. And that will tell us how many cards to pull for you, and we can answer your question. Now, you will see some people will say, I want a 3-card reading and I have 3 questions. Totally fine. Some people have a 3-card reading and 1 question. Totally fine. So you can divide it up however you want, but just let us know. If you're going to ask more than 1 question, ask it all in one message in the chat so that we can see all those questions in there. All right. Here comes our mascot, Miss Glinda.
Hi.
Hello, madam. What you up to? Huh? What you up to? Yeah. You going to help me do a tarot reading? Yeah, she says yes, she's going to help me do a tarot reading. Okay. So we already have some people that have lined up. It's Ninners, Jessica and Bruce. All right. Ninners. 3 cards, Venmo, card 1 and 2, Jeff and Brian. Was hoping you could pull a card for each of the guys I'm dating to see what I should know about each possible future relationship. So, and then 3rd card, does my boss think I am doing well? Doing somebody? I don't know what we're asking there. All right, thank you. All right, so let's see, Jeff and Brian. Let's take a look at Jeff and Brian. Thanks for having fun and playing with us, Ninners. Okay. All right. You can do one for each, or however you want to do it. However you want to.
Okay, cool.
However you want to do it.
Oh, it is Nina.
It's Nina. Oh, I love all of it. I really love all of it. Okay. So as I look at Jeff and Brian, we have Pentacles cards showing up. Okay, so Jeff is the first one that you mentioned, and we have 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, when we see Pentacles, so I want to talk about Pentacles in overall when we're looking at relationship. Pentacles represent earth energy. I don't know if Jeff and or Brian are earth signs. Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, or they have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo placements and things like the moon or in rising sign and so on. So there could be some of that energy going on. When we see Pentacles show up, Pentacles energy in a relationship means things are going to grow slowly over time. So these are not rushed relationships and emotions. Now, it might be there's like hot spiciness at the beginning, but it's the emotions and the solidity of the relationship that may grow slowly over time. So don't get impatient when we see, that's really the directive when we see a Pentacles card, not in relationship questions, not to get impatient or try and rush things. It's going to take time. Now we see Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles is somebody that is giving, like when we see it in the traditional deck, there it's a rich guy giving poor beggars 6 coins. So there can be in this energy what I like to see as the let's say the bigger meaning of this card is about exchange, right? And balance and evenness and exchange. So oftentimes this card will show up as a show of flow happening, right? Because in the original card, it's flow of money being flowing to the person that needs it most. So I often see this as like an energy of flow and exchange. I see this as somebody who um, gives and receives, and likewise you give and receive. There's definitely, that's what I think of when I think of flow in a relationship. So in this relationship, it has this great quality of flow. It can often be, I think, with both of these people who are generous, generous with their money, generous with their time. So if that's important to you in a relationship, if one of your love languages, that book is a little, but the love languages do work. If your love language is a receiving gift, I mean, this would be a good match. There's definitely that feeling of flow and generosity and give and take, and the enjoyment in giving and taking. That's with Jeff. With Brian, we have Nine of Pentacles. Now, Nine of Pentacles shows this young woman in a vineyard, in a garden, that she's got all these pentacles growing around her. She's got this little bird. This often represents pleasures that we, doing things that we enjoy, right? Free time and having fun and doing things that we enjoy. So I think with Brian, you're going to hopefully have shared love of entertainment or things that you like to do, and sharing those things together will really speak to this relationship. Enjoying life, finding pleasure in life, and that, and it really sense because of that Nine of Pentacles energy. It's about doing things. So if you guys both like movies, or you both like concerts, or you both like sporting events, or whatever it is that you like to do, I see that enjoyment and pleasure in it. So more of like in the first case, more of like a generosity, giving and give and take, going back and forth. And in the second case, somebody who likes to have your companionship as you do things together. And so both, I think, have potential to be really good, solid relationships. If you're not, like, if sometimes fire signs and air signs can get a little bored waiting around for earthy people to make up their mind and get going. So it might be, these relationships might be like a slow burn rather than something that's like rapid commitments and things like that. So be patient with the relationships, enjoy these relationships, because both are very sweet and have good qualities to them. And no need to make a decision now. You can make, and also too, you can take your time on making your decision with those pentacles coming up. You're not rushed or being pushed into something. You can take your time deciding who you want to be with, or maybe both of them. You know, maybe it's an ethical non-monogamy situation, and you let them know that you're not exclusive, and you're seeing other people. I think that's a great thing too. I'm a Sag. Oh, fire sign. Yeah, as I said, fire signs can kind of be like, come on. And I sometimes think that fire signs can feel like, there's an impatience sometimes with fire signs. Like, I want to get on with it, but like, enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, enjoy this part of the relationship, and don't feel like take it personally that something's moving slow. That can be another danger, is that we start to go, well, maybe something's wrong and that's why it's not moving forward. No, somebody else has a different pace than you. It's nothing to take personally in that. Now, if your boss wonders if you're doing well, we have the Empress card. Your boss thinks you're doing an amazing job. Such a beautiful thing. I love the Empress card energy. It's like capable. I feel like this is an opportunity, honestly, that you can ask for promotions, or ask for more responsibility, or ask for those kinds of things. I wouldn't necessarily ask for a raise. I'd ask for more responsibility. I'd ask for taking charge of something, or ask for a promotion, and the raise will come with those things. So something just intuitively hit me like, don't ask for more money, ask for more responsibility. your boss sees you as capable. You're ready to handle it. You can handle it. You do it with such grace and ease. And I think you're ready to take on more responsibility at work. So that's a great way to get, like, take that temperature too. Like, if you ask your boss for more responsibility and your boss is like, absolutely, that means they are telling you that you're doing a good job. So,
Mhm.
all right. So what do you have, Love Witch?
I pulled 2 cards, and the naughty or nice card that came up, I was like, "Oh, this is definitely the boss question." So I got eavesdrop. So I think I have the exact same advice you do, which is now's a great time to, like, ask to take on even more. And I think you need to do a little, like, subtle listening in about what help your boss needs. So if you hear your boss talking about something that has them spread thin, or an area where they could just use some more help, volunteer, ask if you can get involved in some way. I think this is really going to show extra initiative on your part, and it's going to make them feel like, oh, Nina's like psychic. She knows exactly what I need and knows when I need it. But I think they already are really happy with you. So saying yes to this is just going to be an affirmation of that. The
Mhm.
card I pulled for the relationships is old friend. So I think this is saying lean into the relationship that feels really familiar. And I know that sometimes brand new can be exciting, and maybe both these people are brand new in your life. But the one that just feels like you've known longer, even if you technically haven't, I think that's the stronger connection here. And it could even be like a past life connection. But like Madam Pamita was saying, you don't have to choose right now. You may never have to
Exactly.
choose, right? So maybe it's about becoming old friends with both of them and really just taking your time and enjoying it. And yeah, I think, I like this idea of like, you don't want to get friend zoned, but thinking of it as a friendly connection, the stakes feel a little bit lower. So yeah, I wouldn't stress right now. I would just have fun.
Yeah, I don't know that, especially a fire sign needs to make a decision. I mean, maybe, I mean, Sedges do like to go in and explore, and so I do think Sedges go very deep in something. Jeff is my oldest friend, my oldest fiend, my oldest friend. Um, yeah, I think, it's like, as you are in it, I think you want to really fully explore something, and make a decision and get on with it. Like, that is very Sag energy. But you don't have to push, rush, um, make something be, I don't think force it. I don't think force either of these is what I'm just getting. It's just like, let them take their own pace. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so sweet, your old friend.
love it.
Yeah. Classic typos. I know. I love. I mean, I am the queen of, like, sending a message before I just looked at it. And I'm like, oh my god, autocorrect. What have you done to me?
The other day, you sent me a text and you were like, "Sorry, there's no card," but you wrote "car." And I responded and was like, "What do I need with a car?" And ever since I said that, I've been like, "Damn, it would be really nice to have a car." So, so
My
that typo got
autocorrect
my wheels
cast a
turning. I'm not
spell
gonna get
on you. My autocorrect cast a spell over you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next is Jessica, then Bruce, and then Helen. If you'd like to get a reading, it's so easy to do. We'd love to do a reading for you. 100% of our readings that we're doing in Tarot for Kindness go to feed seniors in Ukraine who are suffering in this full-scale invasion. Our friends at Subotin Harbor buy 2 weeks worth of groceries. It costs about $40. 100% of the proceeds of your readings today will go toward that, to buy them those groceries. So if you donate $40 for cards, $40, you're buying a senior 2 weeks worth of groceries, which is an amazing blessing. If you're doing one card reading, we have no judgment. One card reading, 20 card reading, anything goes with you guys. And if you are so generous, you're getting a reading, but you're also helping these seniors, and we're so grateful to you. We couldn't do it without you. Really, we couldn't do it. We'd be sitting here talking and laughing if it were
that
if
doesn't
we're
raise
for
any
you
money
guys.
at all.
That doesn't raise anything or help anybody. Helps our mental health, but all right. So next is Jessica, then Bruce, then Helen. So thanks, Jessica. Jessica, oh my gosh. $44. So sweet. Jessica throws a little extra in. Jessica, you are a trooper. You're here every week. We're so grateful to you. And Jessica throws a little in to cover the money that PayPal and all these places take out. So, they take their cut. I've started a very simple daily devotion to Veles, Zoria, dawn, evening star, midnight, and the maiden birds. Oh my gosh. Anything I should know, add, or change? Thank you. Oh my gosh. First of all, if I'm going to pick a Slavic deity that I have a deep connection and devotion to, it's Veles. Veles is the god of the lower world. He represents wealth and abundance, but he's also about the lower world spirits. He's just so special, you know what else I love about Veles is he is connected to bears and he's connected to owls.
Oh,
So
wow,
we
cool.
have, yeah, so he's connected to the animal kingdom, which is very lower world, is very nature oriented lower world. If you're going to take my shamanism class, I'll tell you about that in a little bit. If you're going to take the shamanism class, it's about we do vision journeys to the lower world. We connect with animals, we connect with plants. It's very magical. So,
I'm so
it
excited
will,
for those.
and I know it's going to be such a great class. So Veles, is really definitely about like lower world energy, which is learning, but learning from nature, learning from the spirits. Sometimes people think of the lower, I mean, in some cosmologies, they think of the lower world as the place where our ancestors live. And there are many stories in Slavic lore about ancestors and people and spirits living down there. Oh my gosh, Veles is the
Cool.
patron of the city my great grandmother was born in. Oh my gosh. I love that so much.
So thank
Yeah,
you,
so
Jessica. I did my makeup during the live magic Q&A.
I know, me too. I'm loving that makeup. I'm like, wow, you look so glamorous. I look
Thanks.
plain Jane, but you know what?
You look beautiful.
Plain Jane is fine. You know why? It makes everybody feel comfortable being themselves. I'm just going on a tangent here. I'm sorry. Anyway, um, so Veles is like that beautiful energy, and I really feel a deep connection to Veles. I feel like this, if any deity, I mean, even though usually I will go to a goddess, I just feel like he's very, very special. And I really felt a deep connection to him when my son was going through chemotherapy. He's great now, everything's good. Chemotherapy worked, all is well. Um, but when he was going through that, which was a very scary and hard time, I really leaned on Veles. I was really seeing bear imagery everywhere. Oh my gosh, I have a huge bear painting in my house, um, thanks to an amazing artist that gave me this beautiful bear painting. And so I feel a deep connection, and I love working with him. And he's one that I feel a kinship with. Zoria is the morning evening star. This is very much energy of Venus, which is the morning star, the evening star. It's that starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight energy. In some Slavic spells, we talk about, like, I found this one beautiful spell, and I use this spell all the time, which is I call upon Holy Mother Earth, the sun, the moon, and the 77 sister stars. I, some reason, love this idea, 77 sister stars, that there's this pantheon of beautiful feminine energy coming from the stars. Well, you know that for Slavic people believe that we each have a star. I kind of laugh because you know those places where they name a star after you, they don't name a star after you, but they say they name a star after you. There's no
Isn't
official
that really
record.
the same thing, though?
I mean, I mean, you know, I always thought, wow, they're going to name a star after you. First of all, there's billions and billions of stars, so they could literally do that. But it's not like it's kept in the records that every astronomer looks at. It's just kept in the
Right.
records of the company. The
That one
company
company,
name
right? We
that
should
one
start
company.
naming stars a Parlor of Wonders.
Exactly. Exactly. But but anyway, I this idea that in Slavic lore and Slavic legend that you have a star that is your star. And so I think there's something quite personal about the stars and how to me they do feel like sisters. They do feel like that intimacy. So I'm saying Holy Mother Earth, the sun, beautiful bright sun, the moon. Those very powerful spiritual. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful thing to bring into your incantations, and I use it every new moon, and I use it quite often. I call in the 77 sisters. To me they seem so personal, but it seems like our ancestors, or seems like our relatives, so there's this this concept. And they say that like when somebody dies, their star falls. Like there's a meteorite that falls, falling star. But the ancestors are out there. These are ancestors. These are very much that. So when we talk about Zoria, who represents that morning star, the first star, the last star we see as the sun is rising, this is like that dawn breaking, that dawn energy. It's fresh energy. It's beginnings. It is also the comfort of knowing each day the sun rises, right? Think about our ancient ancestors who each day they could not rely on what the weather was doing or maybe, what other things, but they could rely on this, that the sun would rise each day, the dawn would come each day. Dawn and dusk are also liminal times. Liminal times. Liminal times are times of high magic. So working with Zoria, you're working with a liminal open space of high magic as well. What was the last one? I can't remember. This Zoria and
Oh, let me pull it back up.
sorry. Oh, the maiden birds. Okay, so these are like Elkanost and Syrian and Elkanost. So Syrian and Elkanost in Slavic lore are the oh, why am I even talking about? I'm treating this like a Q&A thing.
I'm enjoying learning about it though. So
Well, let's talk about it, then we'll do the reading. So the maiden birds are Syrian Alkanos. These are bird women, and these also have that very sisterly quality to me. Whenever I see these groups, we do see this a lot in Slavic lore, the Rusalki. There's never one Rusalka. It's always a group of Rusalki, these water nymphs, right, that live in the lakes and the streams and the rivers. And the 77 sisters are, they're a group of women. And the birds, they're groups of these Alkanos, Syrian, and they're these bird goddesses, half bird, half woman. And so it's just, they're really, I think there's something very personal and intimate in these, especially the Zoria and the birds. So yeah. All right. Anything I should know or change? Let's look at this with the card. Oh my gosh. Jessica is treating it like a Q&A, just talking. But you got me going. You brought up beautiful gods and goddesses mini class. I love it. We're going to have, speaking of classes, we'll be telling you in the announcements later, our new moons are all based on Slavic deities, and you get a little mini workshop if you do the workshop or you do the spell service. So oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to tell you, they're very happy with your offerings. I mean, like across the board. So the first card that I got was the strength card. So to me, strength card represents there's this interaction between the woman and the lion, number one. But strength also represents, like, I do think that there's a quality about this that they're saying that your practice is strong. I get this feeling, Jessica, that you are the kind of person that always thinks, I could do better. I could do better. I could do more. I could do more. I mean, a lot of us have that, right? I could be doing better job at this. They're telling you what you're doing is so strong and so powerful and so beautiful, and it's perfect. It's perfect. There's nothing you need to add, change. There's nothing that they're like, well, it would be good, except da, 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 da. I'm not getting anything. That you have a strong, solid, grounded practice. How do I know that? They approve. The universe card comes up, the world card. The world card is the card of the fulfillment of dreams and desires. It is fulfillment. So everything you're doing is completely fulfilling. The offerings that you are making are completely right. I think your consistency is probably your number one gift that you're giving them, that you're doing this on a regular basis. We can all jump in when we're having a crisis and ask a deity or ask a spirit to help us. And then once the crisis is averted, toddle off on our way and pay them no mind. But you are consistently working with them day after day, week after week. not just coming to them and asking them for favors, not treating them like an ATM. So what they're saying with the universe card showing up is that this completely fulfills us. There's nothing missing in your offering, and your offering consistency is not only strengthening the bond between these spirits and you, but I think also strengthening you. I really do. Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh. I mean, these cards could not be more beautiful. So Knight of Cups represents like having a personal mission. And I think that is another part of this relationship that you have with these deities. You have a mission statement, you have some purpose. It isn't just like I said, it's not just for asking for a handout. You have a deeper, more meaningful mission, a deep spiritual mission here that you're on. So, yes, you're 100% right, doing everything right. And then lastly, I mean, look at these cards. It's amazing. Temperance card shows up. Temperance is a beautiful card about connection as well. Oftentimes, I'll like say it means past life connection, but I think in this case, it has another kind of connection. It talks about you having this ancestral connection to these deities. I also think temperance card is like there's another thing, which is alchemy, that shows up. You know, there's this angel that's pouring water from one cup into another cup, right? And so when there's an alchemical process going on, we also have to bring our patience to the table. To know that something is transmuting and transforming and changing, and this is the lead into gold idea, which is that we're refining ourselves and our spirit. And you're doing it. You're absolutely doing it. It's also saying, you know, this is slowly going to expand and morph and grow and deepen and all of those things. And just enjoy that gentle process as you work with these beautiful deities. So, yeah, nothing more. They are very happy, very satisfied, very happy, see your mission and support you on your mission. So, super sweet.
Yeah, I know you're right. I shuffled these cards very thoroughly, and old friend came right back to the top. So I think they really do feel a familiarity with you, and like they've been with you for a while, before this lifetime, after this lifetime, and all throughout this lifetime. And they are so they love you, right? They're so
Yeah.
full of love for you, and they're going to support you in any way you need. And you don't even have to ask. It helps to ask, but they're also following you around and knowing what you need. The other card I pulled is followers. So I think really wherever you go, there they are. And I love how each of these is holding a little light too, right? Like it reminds me of those 77 sister stars, all this support, all this light going with you wherever you go. So yeah, you're on exactly the right track, and all you need to do is keep doing what you're doing, and keep listening to your intuition and keep listening to your guides. And yeah, they're so happy with you, and they want you to be happy. So let them know what would.
Oh, here we go. I froze.
I
Sorry.
think I
Can you
froze.
hear me now?
Someone froze, but we're both back now. So can you hear
Yeah,
me?
it said reconnecting.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
can
said
hear
mine
you.
did the same
Everything's
thing.
back. Hi. Holy
Thank
Toledo. All right. Thank you so much, Jessica. That was so beautiful. No, but I love those. Oh, those little guys in the followers cards are
you.
the
Yeah, me
cute.
too.
I want little mushroom men to follow me around everywhere. Maybe I need to eat a mushroom and then I'll see the
Oh.
mushroom. Well,
Sounds like a pretty good strategy.
all right. Next is Bruce, then Helen, then Devon, then CK, and then Rachel. Great to see you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. All right. Bruce. Bruce has a question. Um, what will the overarching theme be for me in 2026? Yeah, let's take a peek at the new year. I mean, technically, I think of this as being the new year today, because now we're in waxing sun energy. Well, maybe today's the day before the waxing sun, but it's waxing sun energy now from this point on.
I don't know. Talking about the new year just reminded me, but did I show you my aura photography last week?
No.
Look at this. I went to anyone who's in New York, there's this amazing store called Magic Jewelry in Chinatown. They actually have 3 locations, but I go to the one in Chinatown. And I went the other day and got my aura photographed. And they were like, this is our busiest time of year because everybody wants to know what they're working with going into the new year. So go there, tell them the Love Witch sent you. They probably won't know who I am, but I know who they are and I love them. So
Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Those blues. That's
yeah,
so
I just happened to be heading into that neighborhood and I was like, if I get there in time, I'm gonna do it. And I got there with 5 minutes to spare. So I
oh.
did.
So cute. I love that. All right, so let's see Bruce's overarching theme for this year. Graduation day. Don't be freaked out, Bruce. You got the death card, but
Of course Ruth got the death card. He's a Scorpio.
Scorpio card. It's the Scorpio card. So death card, people freak out about it because they think, they've seen a lot of movies. Of course, the movies, they do us some favors, but this is not one of them. Oh, the death card, then somebody dies. It's a murder mystery or something like that. But the death card, what the death card represents is endings and new beginnings. Endings and new beginnings. So but endings can sometimes be a little like, oh, I'm not ready for an ending. Well, I don't want things to end. I like things the way they are. It is not about loss. It is not about loss, unless we see cards around it. There could be, but generally what the death card means is graduation. And so I often liken it to when we graduate from high school. When we graduate from high school, we are looking forward to our new beginning, college, travel, moving somewhere else, getting a job, whatever it is that is the ending of high school and the beginning of our expanded experience. So I'm going to say to you, Bruce, that this year is going to be about endings and graduating to new and better beginnings. So, what is it that you would like to graduate into? What would you like to do? I can think of one example. I can think of a great example. Um, I know that you do some writing and you've been doing writing and haven't seen the fruition of that writing. So, you could say, I'm graduating from being a big, I'm not saying you're a beginner, but you know what I mean. Somebody who's doing it in a non-professional way to graduate to a professional way. Or I'm going to graduate from this to this. So there's some aspect of graduation. So I want you to think of this card as graduation day. Wouldn't the world card be a graduation card? World card is the fulfillment of dreams and desires. It doesn't mean necessarily an ending and beginning. So it has a little bit different flavor to it, but you're on they're close. They're close, but they're different, slightly different flavor. Graduation, think about this though. Graduation sometimes has a feeling, when we see kids graduating from high school, sometimes we see tears, right? This friend's going to that school. I'm going to go off here. This one's going off there. Our little group isn't going to be together again. So there can be bittersweet feelings that come with this card. I remember the old times, and now I'm moving into something that is it is a movement. There's something interesting that isn't in this card, but is in the Rider-Waite-Smith. This is the graduation element. You will see 2 towers in the distance. So you see the skeleton on the horse and all the other stuff, right? But in the distance, you'll see 2 towers, 2 pillars, and you will see a sunrise behind it. So sunset and sunrise. So the pillars, the reason I say it's graduation is a lot of the imagery that's in the Rider-Waite-Smith comes to us from Masons, Freemasons. In Freemasonry, you walk through pillars to go to your next degree. So the degree is like you're moving up the ladder. I don't know, there's 32 degrees. I'm not super well versed, something like that. But every time you graduate, you get more information, you get deeper information, you get more skills, you expand on your spiritual learning. So those two pillars are the key to understanding the death card. It is about going into the new day and going and graduating and leaving the old stuff behind. Sometimes leaving the old stuff behind can be like, great, adios, goodbye, I never want to see you again. Sometimes it can feel like, oh, remember the good old days? Well, I'm on my good new days. But the good old days, yeah, I have memories of those, right? So sometimes I can have these little emotions. Water signs are going to feel things, of course, more so. But I think about aspects of your life where you're like, I'm ready to graduate. I'm ready to graduate from doing this practice in my home to seeing the fruition of what I'm doing. That's an example of that. What do you want to graduate into? What are you looking forward to after graduation? That's the question. And that's what your focus is for 2026 is graduating. I kind of like it. So, yeah. Scorpios aren't afraid of the death card, are they?
No, we love the death card. Come on. I think there's something really powerful to like making declarations and decisions about like when you're graduating, right? Like I'm thinking specifically of a birthday I had when I lived in Tennessee. And my friend who lives here in New York that I'm really close with, she was like, "What's this year gonna look like for you?" And I was like, "Oh, well, this year I've become a professional writer. So it's gonna look like that." And she was like, "What does that look like?" I'm like, "I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, but it's starting now." And then that year, sure enough, I got like a very professional writing job and it paid all my bills and I didn't have any other side jobs. But it was because I started that year of my life with that mindset of like, this is what I'm achieving this year. I think this is exactly what you need to do, Bruce. The cards I pulled for you are restless and focus. So I think the area where you're feeling stagnant or where you're feeling like I haven't advanced in the ways that I want to, or I haven't leveled up in the way I'd like to, or I'm not quite at my destination yet, that's where you need to put your focus and then you will move forward. If you just keep kind of thinking about it in a really abstract way and not taking any action, it's going to move a lot slower. But if you take action and really find ways of getting that ball rolling, it's going to pick up pace really fast. And, I didn't just say I'm a professional writer now and then just wait for the offers to come in. No, I applied for things every day. I worked on my skills, So do things that are relevant to whatever your goal is this year. And yeah, make it your year. I think you can achieve really, really wonderful things in 2026 as long as you stay motivated and focused. And that can
Yeah.
be hard, right? For Scorpios. I don't know about you, but I can be very ADD and go from one thing to another. But I think as long as you're like beating the drum of like being productive, getting things done, and like moving toward your goal, you're going to get there. So I'm excited for your 2026, Bruce.
Oh, I love that. I love that. All righty. Thank you so much, Bruce. Another regular here. We're so grateful for you. Helen is next, then Devon, then CK, then Rachel, then Valerie. Thank you so much, you guys. Okay, so we need Helen. Oops, I didn't put my attention for cards. Just simply for this winter solstice was thoughts to next year. Yeah, let's take a look at what's coming up next year. What's happening for winter solstice and next year for Helen? What vibe? What vibe is she vibing? What is she vibing? All right, let's see. Oh, I love it. So I think, if I look at these two cards and what they represent together, they represent moving out of fear and trauma into love, into open heartedness. So the first card is Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Look how tightly she's holding on to those gold coins. In the traditional deck, this is a king that's holding on to these gold coins really tightly. Okay, it's like, oh, remember, this is also, we look at the energy of that. That's what I'm vibing. It's like, I got to hold on tight. I got to, that tight energy. It can be grasping, but it can be squeezing energy where we're squeezing something so hard because we're fearful. But where's the threat? Who's threatening her? There's nobody even around her. So she's holding on like because perhaps something happened in the past, or perhaps she heard something, or perhaps she just has a belief, but it's not based in the moment and in the reality of the moment. If she would just like open up a little bit, she could relax. There's nothing to worry about. So when I see the Four of Pentacles, I'm like, somebody's holding on and gripping, like white knuckling something, when they might be able to release and relax and not worry about it. Four of Pentacles, we remember, four is the element of earth, and I'm sorry, Pentacles is the element of earth, and four is the number of stability. So it's like too much stability, right? Stability on stability, where we're holding on like this. So where in your life can you relax your grip a little bit? Where in your life can you get yourself present in the moment and not live in the past or worry about the future, but be present and release fear? That is a practice. It's not it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. I have anxiety at times, and my anxiety, I'll start thinking things and I'll worry about things, and I have to remind myself all is well. I just even tell myself all is well to get myself out of those spinning thoughts of worry. So that worry is like gripping. This is like hanging on tightly to something when there's no need. There's no need for it. And you can remember, all is well. All is well. I'm fine. This can be worry about money in particular, health in particular, things like that, material things, but it is worry that needs all is well. He's She's got the four coins. Nobody's taking them from her. You're okay. I would say to this girl, it's all right. You're safe. All is well. You're good. Just gently like do that. Now, the other part is Six of Cups. Six of Cups is loving energy, sweet energy, heart to heart energy. So what I gonna get with these two cards together is fear is preventing you from opening your heart in very sweet and innocent ways. This can be opening your heart to friendships, to animals, to people around you. It's just like you can't be like this and be able to express love. You do have to relax into it. You do have to get over fear. It can be very fearful to make new friends, for example. Scary to make new friends. What if I say this and what if people don't like it, or what if someone doesn't like it? What someone's opinion of you, it really doesn't matter what someone's opinion of you is. It's like what you're giving is what matters. You're giving love. What is your intention behind your actions? If your intention is love, you're on the right track. That's it, right? And if somebody doesn't want it, who cares? Their loss, right? So
I love that so much. And I bet you could look
I
through
can't
like,
hear you.
you can't hear me. Uh-oh.
No,
My
I can hear you now. It was
okay.
like you were muted and then you got caught up. So
Um, don't know what was up with that, but I bet you could look through 100 different depictions of the tarot deck, and you'd never find a Four of Pentacles where risk is shown, right? Like that person's not in risk. Like, there's no threat. You're okay. I love these so much because these cards are exactly what your cards were. I got movement and hierarchy. So I think the thing you need to move past are like power structures or hierarchies that do not serve you anymore. And here's the thing, maybe they once did, and great. Good. Thank you for serving me in the past, but it's not working out anymore. So we're going to move on past from it. And this could be like limitations that you set for yourself, but unhelpful beliefs that you have about your abilities. But these are things that are only holding you back and really reining you in a way that's not needed. You need to really shine in an unrestrained way. So move past these things that aren't serving you. And I think really, I don't think this is like something major that you need to do. I think it's a small adjustment and one of those like little minor tweaks that's going to create like a burst of beautiful things, like really break the dam. So, this could even be like if you've really gotten into the habit of saying no or saying yes when we shouldn't, switching up your answer can change your life.
I mean, I think when I saw that hierarchy card and just intuitively what I was picking up is sometimes we create our own hierarchies. that
Mhm.
don't really exist. Oh, that person's more this than me. This person is more valuable than me. And we start to create like these mental hierarchies where we put ourselves down at the bottom, we put everybody else above us.
Yeah.
Well, likewise, I mean, I think we can also go like, oh, I'm so superior, da 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 da. That like to break that is to get into that space of the 6 of Cups where you just are heart to heart with another person in a very childlike, loving, non-judgmental way. So we don't, the reason somebody feels superior is because they don't feel superior.
Yeah,
The
it's
reason
insecure.
someone feels superior to someone else, oh, I'm better than that person, is because genuinely they don't love themselves. So it's an inside job that has to begin with self-love and self-acceptance. And then we can go on to say, oh, this is just another human being in this experience on this planet, right? That's it. We're all, there is no, I mean, I will say I'm superior to the orange turd in the White House.
And we all are, you know?
We all
That
are.
doesn't make you special, sorry.
But that is not from insecurity. That is from saying, like, be a
That's
loving, good human, right?
that's from
Just
having eyes and ears, yeah.
exactly. Like, be a loving, good human. But that's like, and I don't even like, honestly, I don't even go like, I'm so much superior. I don't even feel that. I'm just like, be a good human. Don't be
Yeah,
a dick.
mhm. I
Be
think about the consequences of my actions. I care about other people. These
yeah,
are enough to
yeah.
make you
Oh,
stand apart from that
or
one.
exactly. Even if there's somebody I don't agree with, or I don't like, they're not, if as long as they're not harming anybody, who cares what they're doing, right? Who
Yeah,
cares, right? I don't know. They're not harming an animal, they're not harming another person, they're fine. So, yeah. So, love this, Queens. It's not a drastic thought change, just a bit of a reality check. Yeah, like I think this is really super sweet, and um getting into that place of, I mean, I always think we are all like onions. Like we have a layer, and then when we peel off that layer, there's another layer underneath. We keep, it's called doing the work, and this is our spiritual work. It is not like spiritual achievement. We don't get to a place where we go, yep, I'm it. I am the Buddha. I'm done with this work. Even spiritual masters are constantly peeling off another layer.
yeah.
So you can master your fears and your trauma, and then you're in a good place. And that good place allows you to then peel back and see deeper fears and traumas, or deeper things that we need to relax our hold on. So we just are always working on our spiritual work. That's it, you
Yeah,
know?
and we're all capable of transformation, right? Like biting into a raw onion versus tasting a caramelized onion, it different experiences. And that only comes with time and heat, I guess.
Don't make me bite into a raw onion. That is not my favorite. But I love a caramelized onion.
I like both, but
Yeah.
I would never force you to eat a raw onion, don't
I
worry.
mean, I don't mind like a little raw onion and tuna salad, or a little this, but when it's like
Mm.
like a big old slice of it, I'm like, that's too much for me. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Helen. All
Helen.
right, next is Devon, then CK, then Rachel, then Valerie, then BG, and then Ask 24. Thank you guys so much. Oh my
Be
gosh,
here.
you're being so wonderfully generous and helping our seniors. Can I do a little announcement real quick before we
Mhm.
do Devon? Thank you, Devon, for being patient. Let's do some announcements. We've got some cool things happening at the Parlor of Wonders, and I want to let you guys know all about that. So let's do a few. I'm going back to the beginning. Yes, allow. Why does it say? Oh my God. See, I've switched my browser. We talked about this earlier. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Okay. I have to. I knew there was going to be something, right? Okay. Oh my God. It's making me lose my fingerprint. Okay. All right. Oh. Oops. I might go away for a second.
Okay.
Am I going away? I guess I'm not going away. Let's see if I can share. Let's see. Oh, it's just showing my whole screen. No, I don't want to share the whole window. No, I want to. Oh my God, this is too much. All right, I'm going to do this. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do Devon's reading. And while you are doing that, I'm going to try and figure out how to share a screen
Okay,
on
cool.
G- face red heart shape. Oh, thank you. Hello, Feeding Granny on PayPal. General week ahead for me, please. All right. Thank you so much, Devon. Devon's a regular at our Cheers bar of tarot and humanitarian aid. We've got a seat reserved for you. Nobody better sit in that seat. I'm going to tell him to move because we do have a seat reserved for you. We have a seat reserved for a lot of you. Jessica shows up all the time. Jessica has a seat reserved for her.
Mhm.
Bruce shows up once in a while. We sort of reserve your seat, Bruce, but then if you don't show up by, a certain time, then we give it to someone else. So, all right. We say if Bruce doesn't show up by an hour past, I'm like, he's not showing up tonight. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Helen shows up often. Helen, you've got a seat. Definitely a lot of you. All righty.
Nina, she's here a lot. She's
Nina
always
is
here winning stuff.
Nina, man. Nina's, you know what? Nina's smart. She wears her magnetic attraction oil and that
That
gives her
is
the
smart.
edge. This is what I mean. I talk about in magic is like, especially luck magic, you just want that edge. So you get a little, like it's just giving you a little more chance of getting it. And good luck oil, magnetic attraction oil, these oils are for giving you that edge. So your odds are a little bit better. And look what happened. All right. First card for you is King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Devon, this is about you really stepping up into your power in a really strong way. I think there's such a wonderful grounded energy. I almost feel like this week you're going to feel grounded again. I mean, this week you're going to have some days off, hopefully, but you're going to like feel your grounding again. You're going to feel your stability. You're going to feel the earth under your feet. I almost feel like if you can, I know the weather is probably, is it not good weather right now in New
It's
York?
been a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
In like
If you
the
can,
40s today.
yeah. If you can
Warm.
get out, yeah. If you can get outside, get into seeing beautiful nature, or just being in nature, or even honestly, looking out the window at nature is just as good. If it's too cold, just look at the trees outside, the bare trees, look at the snow, see if there's any animals around, birds or rabbits or anything around that you just observe, what's going on out in the world is such a lovely thing to do. And like King of Pentacles, that will give you this definitely this feeling of safety and security. That's what King of Pentacles represents. We have Five of Swords. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's something this week that you're going to have a great opportunity. When I see Five of Swords, I think, okay, this person's on a hamster wheel and they're running on this hamster wheel and running, but they're not feeling the sense that they're moving forward. It's like so repetitive and producing nothing, right? I mean, if you think about, the hamster wheel is good exercise for the hamster. I mean, don't get me wrong, keep your hamster wheels if you've got a hamster. But the idea of it is that that hamster is working very hard, but isn't progressing. They're just recycling. So there may be something in your life that feels like that recycling energy where you keep giving energy to something, but as much energy as you give to it, it's not changing anything. So your work this week may be in a reflective piece of this in this time that we get to slow down a little bit on the holidays. We get to have a like cozy day, relaxing day. We don't have to go into work and all of that. But during that time, can you say, this is a part of my life where I feel like I'm giving a lot of energy to it and it's not seeing a result? When Five of Swords shows up, it says you need to come up with a new strategy. A new strategy. So it's not saying don't take care of that thing, but you approach it in a new way. So if you keep having the same thing where you're going around and around with something, approach it in a new way. Say something different. Ask them a new question. Do something that is just a tweak that will change it and see what the result is. So good. Three of Cups. What a sweet card for the holidays. Three of Cups is being with family, friends, loved ones, being having fun, celebrating. That's Three of Cups energy. So make sure that you are taking time to spend time with your loved ones over the holidays, whether that is remotely, you can be on Zoom and have a toast on Zoom, or if it's in person, invite friends over, invite people over. Do the things that will bring you and really pick these good people in your life. Don't, it isn't about the people that you feel obligated to be with, it's about the people you want to be with. So, like, I was like, oh, I think life is short. We need to really build friendships. We had this horrible, disaster of COVID where we didn't get to see people for a long time. So I'm putting extra effort into inviting people over and having events in my house so that people can connect with one another face to face. So it doesn't have to be a big party. You can, just have a brunch with your friends. It can be something that's very, very simple. You don't even have to do anything in your home. You can go out, right? Have a cute little get together. Hierophant energy. Hierophant energy is spiritual learning and traditional spiritual wisdom. So I think this is also a great time for you to think about like your spiritual practice. And I mean, this is for me the new year. This is it. This is New Year's Eve. This is the new year. This is the time the sun is shifting and moving into getting more and more light every day. So how can you put that intention out there for your spiritual learning? Is it, I'm going to commit to reading a book, I'm going to take a class, I'm going to do this practice, I'm going to learn this thing, whatever it is, make a commitment to your spiritual practice and decide what that is. Pick one. You don't have to do them all. Pick one and do that. So, yeah, sweet week, right?
Definitely. I pulled nurture and reaction. So I think you get to kind of choose the reactions you have this week and choose ones that are nurturing and generous and sweet and not like reactionary or mean or hateful. And I know those are not you anyways, Devon, but even the best of us can resort to that when pushed too hard. So don't let people push you to be that way. But I when I pulled this, I had this memory flashback to me of once I was in this cab and we were in really bad traffic and there was just like nonstop honking going on, which is pretty common occurrence here in New York. But the cabbie was like, when I hear all this honking, it really can like make me tense and make me want to like pick up frustration, but you can't allow that to happen because these honks is frustration being released. And either you can be the one who picks up that released frustration, or you can be part of the release and let it go and be part of like this bigger good. So release the honks this week. Don't let them get to you. It's just repeating the cycle and it's just becoming part of this big, stressed out, unproductive thing that you don't want anything to do with. So just let it flow right past you. And that is creating change in this world. And if more people could just do that, there would be so much less conflict and so much less noise. So yeah, be nurturing and calm and gentle this week with yourself and also with others, but I think especially with yourself. And this is a beautiful time of year and there's such magic in the air right now and such beauty and communal spirit, but there's also a lot of stress in the air and a lot of like drama and just like a lot going on this time of year. So don't absorb that. Switch over and absorb the good stuff instead. It's just as easy to
Oh
find.
my God. I was in Costco the other day and Costco is cuckoo at Christmas time. Do not let anyone tell you any different. And I had to rush through, like I had 15 minutes because I had to come back here and do the new moon service. So I was like, I had to stop at Costco and I had to be fast. So I was like doing my dance and I was going fast and I was avoiding people and I scooped up this like 20-pound bag of sugar and it wobbled. And then I got it and I put it in my basket. And this lady turns around, she goes, "You shouldn't be rushing. You're going to hurt yourself." And I'm like, girl,
Like, lady, I'm gonna hurt you if you don't get out of my way.
I'm fine. Like, I'm going fast, but I'm okay. I'm not stressed out. But I'm like, I'm fine. I have an appointment. I have to be like, I mean, with her 2 cents, lady. Oh, but I was reacting. That was the point.
Like I
But
said, even the best of us can be reactive.
I don't know if I'm the best of us.
You are.
Thank you so much, Devon. We love you so much. We'll keep your seat warm here. All right. CK's next, then Rachel, then Valerie, then BG, and then Ask 24. If you'd like to get a reading, let me do, oh, I didn't do when you were doing your Devon thing. Dang it. I didn't check to do that. I was fascinated with what you were saying and listening. Okay. I'll try after the next one. All right. I could just say the announcements too if it doesn't work. All right, CK, you're next. One card reading. All right, what is our question today? It's great to see you, CK.
We find CK's message.
Yes, happy winter solstice. Happy holidays. We're so grateful to you. Yes, sometimes Bruce asks a question for CK. All right. What will the theme be for me in 2026? All right, great. Let's check it out. Theme for 2026. Okay. This is a card that sometimes people go like about this card, but I love this card. It is amazing card. Hanged Man card showed up, and Hangman card, people are like, oh, Hangman, it sounds bad. It is a card of spiritual enlightenment, big strides in enlightenment. We have to remember what this card reflects. So if you know the Norse mythology, you know about Odin. Odin was hanged on the tree Yggdrasil for 9 days, and as he was hanging there, he's looking down at the pool beneath the tree, the pool of water. What he wanted to know is he wanted to know the meanings of the runes. Think about this. If you had never seen a written language before, you would be like, what is that thing, right? So the Norns were these goddesses who knew the meanings, but they didn't want to tell anybody else. So he was willing to make a sacrifice, which is to hang on this tree for 9 days, staring at that pool to learn what the runes meant. And at the end of 9 days, he received the wisdom of understanding the runes, and then he shared that understanding with humanity. So I think you are doing big things in 2026, and big things based on your own spiritual practice. You are going to make sacrifices to learn and to grow. So that could be anything. That could be diligently doing something, when instead of just like dipping in and out, being diligent with it. Whether that's a practice that you do or learning that you do, it is the diligence and discipline. Just like hanging on a tree for 9 days is not a pleasant experience. It's a hard thing to do, but in the end, there's a reward. So you get to decide what, just like Odin decided, I want to know the meaning of the runes. I'm going to dedicate myself in a really deep shamanic way to understanding what these runes mean. So what are you going to deeply dedicate yourself to in 2026 for what result? You, just like Odin, you get to choose. It's not something that the universe is going to give to you or throw at you or anything like that. It's like you get to decide for you, and you get to decide what that discipline and diligence looks like. In the end, you're going to get an amazing reward. There's going to be such a beautiful reward at the end. I think of this card when I think about the process of writing Baba Yaga's Book of Witchcraft. That book was hard to write. It was really hard. I cried many times as I was writing it, not like tears of joy, but tears of frustration. Like, oh my God, you're kidding me. I have to do this. I have to, it was hard, right? But at the end, I had this beautiful book, baby, that I love so much. It's probably my favorite book that I've written so far. So I think those are the kinds of things. There's juicy things at the end, but it requires discipline and diligence. So yeah. Big major arcana card. Love that for both of you and Bruce. Thank you. What do you have?
I got sharing and observe. So I think this year is really about learning with the intention of teaching. and of sharing that knowledge with others. And, I think sometimes if we have like a big goal or a thing we want, and our only reason for wanting it is selfish, doesn't mean we're not going to get it, but I feel like when we want something for a bigger reason and to be of service, then the universe really wants us to have it too. So if there's something that you've wanted, be it like a skill or knowledge or, just a deeper understanding of something, find a way that you can learn it in a way that's going to benefit other people too. I think this can be a really rewarding thing, obviously, right? Like sharing knowledge and teaching feels really good. But it also can, like, you can get some selfish stuff out of it too, right? Like, you get the knowledge that comes with that learning. And I think too, like, there's this other really beautiful benefit of teaching or of sharing where it deepens your understanding because people will ask questions that you haven't thought about or that think about things in ways that you didn't. So I think by setting out to share and to teach in some way in 2026, you're going to deeper your understanding, and I think it's going to be really exciting.
I love that. I love that. So sweet. All right, now I think I can do the announcements. Let's see
Let's
if
see
it
them.
worked. Did it work?
Yay, it
Yay!
worked.
It's
I'm going to
working.
grab some water while you do these. I'll
Okay.
be right back.
So I'm going to be doing some live events this year. This is just the first two. I might have some coming into the fall, but at the beginning of the year, I'll be flying to an event near you. I'm going to be at Between the Worlds and Sacred Space, which takes place in College Park, Maryland. That's right next to Washington, D.C. I'll be there February 19th through 22nd, and you can find out more. I'll be teaching a class. You can find out more by going to between-the-worlds.com. I'll also be at Spirit Northwest in Portland, Oregon, April 23rd through 26th, and you can find out more about that at Spirit Northwest. See, this is how I'll get there. This is exactly how I get there. I don't have to pay for a plane ticket. I just fly. All right. Do you have questions about magic? We have a free live magic Q&A tea party. It takes place every Sunday except for the first Sunday of the month at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. We do a book giveaway every week. And this week we just gave, right before we were here, we just gave away this book, Broom Magic, super beautiful book, courtesy of Llewellyn. We gave that away. Thank you so much to Llewellyn for donating books for us to give to you. So if you'd like to win a book, join in, sign up at spellsquad.com, and you could be a part of it. Join us in the Zoom room, and you could be in the running for a book. We'll be doing it again next week, and we'll be giving away. Oh, I didn't even announce what we'll be giving away. I don't know what it is. It's in the cabinet up there. I'll have to go get it. Well, you'll be surprised. Tarot for Kindness is what we're doing now. You can get a tarot reading from me, Madame Pamita, or the Love Witch, and help feed seniors in Ukraine. We do readings live for $10 per card on YouTube on Sundays after the Q&A or workshop around 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Our partners at Suboten Harbor provide 2 weeks worth of groceries for seniors for about $40. They do it for over 300 seniors each month, and your donations make that possible. We also do a giveaway every week. Normally we give away a candle, but this week we're going to be giving away the Salem Witch Oracle deck. We're going to be giving away a copy of that. Everybody who gets a reading today is going to be their name is going to be put on the wheel. We will spin the wheel and you might win this deck. One of you is going to win this deck. So if you'd like to know when we do Tarot for Kindness, simply go to youtube.com/Madame Pamita. That's my channel. Subscribe and hit the notifications bell. We are going to be doing our new moons are starting for 2026. Believe it or not, we're already selling our January 2026 new moon spell. Each month will feature a different Slavic deity candle spell kit. The new moon spell kit is going to include the usual, the deity candle for tapers, 5 different oils, glitter, herbs, the petition paper, and the full instructions. However, our new moon spell kit and workshop is now a deluxe new moon spell kit and workshop. It's going to come with an extra candle that's representative of some symbol of that deity or the work that we're doing. It features an extra candle and an extra oil for that candle. It also features a mini workshop on the deity, so you'll get to know those deities and see, start a relationship with those deities. The new moon spell service is what I burn the candle for you on my altar. It features a mini workshop on the deity as well. If you want to find out more, go to newmoonspells.com. We have a subscription. You can subscribe, and the subscriptions are lower than they were in 2025. So it really pays off to subscribe. So go check it out by going to newmoonspells.com. Our new moon spell for the next new moon, which is in January, starts the whole thing off, and it's the Dolia Good Fate Candle Spell Kit. It's inspired by the Ukrainian goddess of good destiny and has everything you need to align with divine fortune, manifest the life you've always dreamed of. You can use this spell to bring in new opportunities, attract abundance or love, or embrace serendipitous moments that shape your journey. And you will weave your the threads of your fate and your life with intention and grace. So you can get it as a New Moon Spell Kit, the Deluxe New Moon Spell Kit and Workshop, or the New Moon Group Spell Service. It closes on January 5th, so you got to get it in before then. And our new moon is January 18th. Check it out at newmoonspells.com. We have amazing full moon workshops that are coming up starting in January. We're starting our Shamanic Witchcraft Workshop series. It starts January 3rd. That's like a little over a week away. It's a little, not even that far away. We're going to be starting our series. It's going to be 13 full moon classes, starting with Introduction to Shamanic Witchcraft. You can subscribe and you can save 25% or more. Go to Witchcraft Workshops to find out more. Our Slavic Sundays workshops will also be beginning at the beginning of the year. January 4th, we'll be doing Stritanya, the meeting of winter and spring. February, we'll be doing the magic of the Slavic holidays of Butter Week. March will be the Slavic spring holiday magic. April will be Slavic birth and pregnancy magic. You can subscribe and save 25% or more. Go to witchcraftworkshops.com. We have a new series that's starting in 2026, which is our Sabbath Candle Magic workshops. These will be aligned with the 8 Sabbats of the year. So there's going to be 8 classes that are the day or two before the Sabbats. So January 31st, we're going to be doing Introduction to Candle Magic. March will be Word Symbols and Sigils. We'll be talking about candle spell timings, numerology, layouts, unusual candles and how to work with them, how to do candle wax and flame reading, and how to create a candle spell grimoire. You can subscribe to this series and save 25% or more. And again, all you have to do is go to witchcraftworkshops.com to see it. We have been dropping spell kits like hot potatoes. There are so many new spell kits showing up. Our goal is to get all the new spell kits for all the candles. And we have over 200 candles, 100 candles, love which knows how many. The Door of Opportunity candles. So I'm just giving you a little sampling, but there's many, many, many more up on the website. So we have like the Door of Opportunity candle spell kit for new beginnings and success. The Faithful Dog candle spell kit for loyalty and fidelity magic. Our Crescent Moon candle spell kit for lunar magic and manifestation. Our Charmed Car Safe Travels candle spell kit for getting a new car, selling a car, having a safe driving experience, and so on. Cuddly Capybara Cooperation Candle Spell Kit for harmony and teamwork. Our Sacred Goat our Sacred Goat Broom Candle Spell Kit for banishing and protection. There are so many more. I want you to go check them out. Just go to Parlor of Wonders, click on New Arrivals, and click on View All, and you will see them. Professional Tarot. If you are already a tarot reader but would like to start a tarot business, this is the class for you. It starts on January 4th. We'll be talking about discovering what kind of reader you are, how to get paid for reading tarot, finding your marketing niche, happy and healthy client-reader relationships, and crafting your ideal tarot business. That starts January 4th. But if you want to learn how to read tarot, we already have next year's workshops already up, and they start on September 6th, 2026. So Professional Tarot, January 4th, Beginning Tarot, September 6th. And you can go to witchcraftworkshops.com to do that. Well, there's all these things that you're going to want to be signing up for and doing and buying. Why not get them for free? If you go and write reviews on Parlor of Wonders, you'll be entered into our monthly giveaway where you can win a gift certificate for $100 at the Parlor of Wonders. You can leave as many reviews as you want. Each one will give you an entry into that month's giveaway. So if you leave reviews for things that you bought before, now you'll be entered to win in the December drawing. We randomly pick a winner each month and we send them a gift certificate. Our November winner was Jolene F. So you can find out more by going to magicgiveaway.com. But all you have to do is leave reviews. And that is it. That is all my announcements. All right. Yes, I'm
And
back.
for the record, we had over 200 figural candles, and then we took some away that were Halloween exclusives. So we're hovering right around 190 something, but we'll get back over 200 soon.
Wow. Of course we are. I'm
Yeah.
already scouting new molds and
We'll probably get to 300 soon,
totally. All righty.
That's sweet.
Thanks for letting me share the announcements, everyone. All right. So we are now at Rachel next, and then Valerie, then BG, then Ask 24, then Emily. Okay.
Yeah, but Emily let us know that she donated on PayPal, but did not let us know how much or what her question is. So, Emily, please let us know your question in the chat.
All right. So, Rachel, how are my finances situation will be in 2026? My son Christian, what will 2026 bring him? Great. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rachel. Okay. So first of all, with your finances, we have 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords is worry and anxiety. And I'm guessing that that's what is the vibration of what's happening right now, that you're worried about finances, you're concerned. It may not even be that there's any repercussions, but worry can sometimes be just imagining all the worst case scenarios, right? And I kind of feel like this 9 of Swords feels like that. It doesn't feel like worry that's actually based in something happening, but more like looking at worst case scenarios. Oh, this could happen, or that could happen, or the other thing could happen. So your work on your finances is an inside job. Your work on your finances is to really be the master of your mindset. That is the message with 9 of Swords. Are you going to let your thoughts run in any direction? It's like having I always liken our mind to like a horse and a cart, right? We're sitting in the cart and we're holding the reins of the horse. But if you let the horse reins go, that horse can go do anything. And it sounds like when it comes to finances, you're feeling a little bit like it's a little out of control, or it's running away with you, or it's taking you in directions of worry that are not constructive and not helpful. So your work in 2026 is to grab those reins again, to get a hold of those reins. I'm going to recommend a practice to you that I think will be really helpful. It is to do, and it doesn't take a lot of time, and it doesn't even take any accessories. It is to do an out loud affirmation about your finances 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the middle of the day, and 3 times before you go to sleep. I'm going to challenge you, if you really want to shift this energy, and that's why I'm giving you 9 instead of just 1. If you really want to shift this energy, I want you to pick one affirmation. You say it 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, 3 times in the evening, and you do that one affirmation for one entire month. You can start the month on the first of the month, or you can start it at the new moon, whatever you decide of your thing. But you're going to do one affirmation 9 times a day over 30 days. That is powerful. So things can be like, money flows to me effortlessly, or I have all the money I need to take care of my needs and put some aside for savings. Whatever it is, you get to create the affirmation, but I want you to do that, because I do think you have to get the back control over your thinking surrounding money so that you feel confident and strong. And what's going to happen? You're going to relax. You're not going to be in that worry. And then money can flow to you very easily. When we're very tight, when we're anxious, when we're worried, we're holding on to something, and really holding on to something that doesn't even exist most of the time. With worry, we're imagining all the possibilities of things, and we're holding on so tight. And we need to be in a state of confidence and relaxation to bring something to us, whether that's love, money, whatever it is. We cannot be in that uptight state and be thinking negative thoughts and still draw positive things. It just doesn't work that way. So I'm going to challenge you to do that. That's going to change everything with your money, and it's going to open up so many beautiful streams of financial abundance and everything that you need, and your needs will be met and then some. Okay? So you get a little prescription for the money. Your son Christian, what will 2026 bring him? I love this card, 2 of Pentacles. To me, 2 of Pentacles represents juggling 2 different ideas, things. It can be jobs, 2 different jobs, but it represents a skill. Like to be able to do 2 things at once, to be able to juggle these 2 discs and this infinity symbol that's wrapped around them. To be able to do that takes great skill and energy. I also think that it's kind of a prelude to possibly choosing a direction. We don't necessarily always have to make a choice right away. We can experiment with doing one thing or another, or we can have things overlap. Things that could be overlapping could be like, I want to major in this, but I also want to major in that. Or I want to do this and I want to do that. So I get this feeling that Christian is exploring, trying different things, looking to see what fits with him, but all grounded in practicality. These are things that are important and meaningful to him, but he wants to do more than one thing. So I kind of like this energy of doing it, and he's able to do it and do it with grace and ease. So that's what I see for him for 2026.
I love that. I have a card for each. For the finances, I pulled lost. What's interesting to me here is like, not that something is lost in this image, but that there's so much help in finding it, right? Like there's multiple people and there's all these dogs helping in the hunt. So when you feel stressed out or when you feel worried about your finances in 2026 or in general, look for people who can help you. And this doesn't mean like asking for handouts or getting a loan from a friend. It could. But I think it's really about people who have connections that are helpful to you, people who will listen to you vent when you're stressed out. Like that can be a big help. And people who are creative thinkers and can help you brainstorm about how to get creative, how to think outside of the box, and how to like maximize what you're bringing in without doing so much more. So I think you've got some really good people around you that are going to have good advice, and it's a great time to listen to them. Here's the thing though, you don't have to take every single suggestion they take. So some people are going to hand you ideas that don't resonate, and it's okay to not do those things. But just have an open mind and like be willing to take their ideas into consideration. Not every single one's going to land, but there's some good ones out there. For your son, I pulled the family card. So I think there's a lot of time for the 2 of you to spend together this year, as well as time for him to spend with the rest of his family and focusing on, building those beautiful memories together. So I think start thinking now about what kind of things you can do together next year and what kind of memories you'd like to build. Hey, finances are tough. It could be a great time to go ahead and start saving for them if they're things that require money, right? But also a good time to be thinking about things that are free. When I think about my childhood and all of my favorite memories with my parents, none of them are in like fancy locations or like on expensive trips, right? Like they're all doing free stuff. So don't forget the value in that. And like it may seem not as exciting to you because you've done it before or whatever, but give it a chance. Like you can still have a lot of fun just walking around together or just, doing things that don't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah. Go to the library. I mean, the library has so
Yeah.
many fun activities, classes, things like that. I
Mhm.
mean, it's interesting. I go on Reddit as my new time waster. I'm not on social media very much. And when I go on Reddit, I belong to like a group for the town that I live in, and somebody's like, I'm new in town and I don't have a lot of money to spend, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many fun things to do in town. We have like in our town, we had Hanukkah, we had like a public thing for that. We have things for Christmas tree lighting. We had Dia de los Muertos. We had Oktoberfest. And the city throws these things for free. The
Mhm.
library has things for free. Parks and Recreation have things that are low cost or free. So I think about like those kinds of things can be just as meaningful to kids and building memories. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know how young Christian is, but um, if he's an adult, it can be like finding a fun, activity to do together. So, looking at those kinds of things can be also get resourceful. It
Yeah.
doesn't
And
have
like
to.
if we look in this
Going
image,
to
they're just
Disneyland.
going for a walk. So it can really just be spending time together and, not even needing an activity or a location to go to. Just walk around the block. It's your company that's important. So yeah, I think that's
Mhm.
really
Really
an
sweet.
important thing to remember. Like, it doesn't have to cost much money to make special memories at any
Yeah.
age.
Yeah. I just had a client today, and it was like the story she was sharing. She's a single mom, and she said there was a point where she and her kids had to live in the car. And she
Mhm.
said, but we had so much fun. She made it fun for her kids. It's got to be scary as a parent, but I think about like, oh, that it was so beautiful to hear. And
Yeah,
such a like like you don't, not that we wouldn't wish that for anybody. That shouldn't be the case for anybody. And
of
in a
course.
in a country like America, that should not be the case for
Right.
anybody. But the point is that you can still have fun
Yeah.
with nothing, right? So
My mom was a single mom who had 3 kids, and my roommate last night was watching Home Alone, and it brought back this memory for me where me and my mom went to see Home Alone at the movies together, just the 2 of us, and we would do that a lot, and she told us, she was like, "I wanna take just one of you out at a time so that we can spend time together, just the 2 of us." And now looking back, I'm like, "Yeah, she couldn't afford 4 movie tickets. Who can afford 4 movie tickets?" I know she couldn't.
yeah.
But as a kid, I wasn't thinking like, "Oh, she's being cheap." I was thinking, "Oh, I'm special to her and she wants to do something just with me."
Oh
And so
my
I
god.
remember all those movies we saw together. We saw The Muppets in Space, we saw Home Alone 2. We saw Free Willy. So I don't know what my sister saw, but I know they also went. So
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. So, I think it's like it's good things for you this year and really
yeah,
sweet things for your son and you. So, yeah. So, it's like working doing that magic that doesn't cost anything, which is affirmation work. So beautiful, right? Can really shift things. All right, next. Thank you so much, Rachel. Valerie, and then BG, then Ask 24, then Emily. And Emily, are we still waiting on Emily's
we're still waiting on Emily's question. So let us know in chat, Emily,
question and
and how
uh,
much you sent.
how much you sent? All right, Valerie. I went to my Capricorn's work Christmas party, and I was hoping I left a good impression with his family and coworkers. Also, hoping Eric felt good with me. Ah, nice. Okay. And how many cards is that?
2 cards.
Two cards. Okay. Capricorns, it's interesting that you bring that up because Capricorns do um, have concerns about what other people think of them. And so that can reflect on the partner of the Capricorn too, of like the pressure of like, oh, I hope I made a good impression, because to the Capricorn, the impression is important, you know?
Mhm.
So,
Especially at work, right?
oh, yeah. Yeah,
Capricorns love their
for
jobs.
sure. For Capricorns love their jobs, don't they? I mean, they love work.
Yeah. They don't all love their job, but
Oh, it's lovely. Lovely. Okay, you know what? I think this is beautiful. We have the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is harmony. Now, usually this card, if it's a general reading, I'll say it's harmony at work because it does surround this like 3 pentacles, which is money, right? But and it's like working towards something and building something. So, this what the impression was that people had of you, the family and the coworkers, the impression that they had of you is that you are working in harmony with your Capricorn, right? That he also felt that you are a support to one another. And for him, it's like, does she support my dreams and my vision and my career and my those important things to a Capricorn? So if you are seen as that, like that supportive, loving person, this is, it's different when you're going to meet your friends and he comes to meet your friends. But when you're going to meet his friends, that's what they're looking for. They care about him and they want to know that you are there supporting the person that they care about. And that's what they saw. That's what they saw. So good. They also saw like your capability, like you're super capable. Again, our Two of Pentacles comes up again. And Two of Pentacles is being able to juggle things or work with things, even challenging things, but do it with grace and ease. So you came across as graceful. You came across as, like, I think having great manners, showing concern for everyone else. I think you came across with this kind of elegance and grace. I love the Three of Pentacles energy, which is very harmonious. I think what you're getting, the result of, or let's say the payoff of all of this, is that people are going to say to him, oh my gosh, your date or your girlfriend was so lovely or so nice or so kind or so she really is cares about you or whatever. And that is going to create a tighter bond with the two of you, because that is he wants other, Capricorns all care, what do people think of me? Yeah, it's very sweet. And they're seeing, this is their son, the person that they care about and that they love so much, and they see that you are a support to him and that you are a great addition and that things are harmonious between. So you have made a great impression. I feel like you really had grace and ease, and everybody saw that you were like a team and that you were working well together. And that's, what more could you ask for? So it is very grounded and practical with all that Pentacles energy, but that's what a Capricorn's going to draw in. It's like the super practical thing. There's something very team oriented about the two of you. And I think that reads very well to the people that care about him. So I love that. Yeah, wonderful. So he's going to get feedback from these people, and that's going to reinforce your relationship, which is super. I love that.
I love that too. I got two cards that have come up before, Old Friend and Observe. So I think they were all paying really close attention. I think they've heard a lot about you and they've been very curious. And they liked what they saw. I think they saw like that he feels really comfortable around you and isn't nervous. So yeah, I think it went really, really well. And he's gonna feel, like Pamita was saying, it's going to reaffirm what he already feels once he hears all these great things from the people whose opinions he trusts. So I think you did great and it couldn't have gone better.
Yeah. It was super grounded, super great. And you just came across wonderfully. Yeah. So beautiful. I love that. Well, congratulations on mission accomplished.
Yes.
So good. All right. Let's look at BG, then Ask 24. And then we've got Emily. Emily, where are you? You have to help on your fertility journey, self-care, spiritual baths, prayers to Saint Anne. I love that. So beautiful. Too, I think if you're praying to Saint Anne, also pray to Mother Mary. She's a mother, right? And so you can also pray to her.
Hey, she's a mother who got pregnant against all odds, right?
100%. But I also think she's like got that mother energy. So you might bring her into the mix. I mean, we've got if you do want to do like a candle spell, we've got what is it? Mother Mary. The Mother Mary candle spell shows Mary holding baby Jesus. Would be such a good, if that's where you flow, would be such a good candle to burn for this. We also have the mother and child hand candle. It's like a hand with a little baby in it, which can also be used for fertility. We've got egg spells that can also be used for fertility. So there's lots of choices if you want to help out with a little candle spell to give it a boost of energy. Candle spells are fire energy, so they'll give energy to your endeavors, right? That would be a good thing. Okay. All right, BG. Let's see. Oh, look at that. You know what? This makes total sense. You've got Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is worry. I'm worried about it, right? It is natural. It is not saying that you're wrong to worry. Of course, you want something and then it's like you're having a struggle. So then what it feels like is then it gets very oppressive because we try and then we don't succeed and then we start to worry. Oh my gosh. I saw that on the website. Look at that. And the candles. Yeah. So sweet. So I think with Four of Pentacles, it's like trying and then not succeeding and then worrying because you didn't succeed and then worrying, am I going to succeed? And then you're building like this, like trauma tower, you know? Right? I mean, it's a reality. It's not like you are the first one or there's something wrong with you because you were worrying about it. It's just a normal reaction to trauma or not having, a positive experience with something. So, what this is telling me and what's going to help with this is to get into the place where you can let some of that heaviness go, where you can let some of that. So, I would even say things like, I would say intentions like, my perfect baby is going to come to me in perfect timing. Then, if you aren't worried about the timing, like you're not worried, is it going to happen this month? Right? That will calm that energy down. My perfect baby is coming to me, and yes, worry. Yeah, hanging on, clinging. What if it doesn't happen? But the reality of this card is it's great health. It's having everything you need. You've got all the coins, you've got the good health, you've got everything. So it's like saying, it's to get into that place of saying, my perfect baby's coming in perfect timing. Is now, it doesn't matter if it's this month or 6 months from now, right? You're just relaxing a little bit. Say, and even saying some beautiful affirmations, like saying, you know, um, my baby wants to come to me. My baby's coming to me. My pregnancy is going to be easy. It's going to be perfect. It's going to flow very easily. I would start doing some affirmations just to calm that energy down. Now, ideally, you can think the affirmation, that's fine, but ideally you want to say it out loud. Even better, you can look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself this affirmation. But what you want to get to is this very centered, beautiful place of confidence with what you're saying. It takes practice. You might try even, I don't know if in part of your self care, you're doing guided meditations. Now, I can't vouch for every guided meditation that's out there. So you got to be, shop around a little bit. But if you go on YouTube, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of guided meditations. And I'm sure there are guided meditations for fertility, for happy, easy pregnancy, and all of those things. Listen to some. And if it works for you and it brings you to that place of centeredness, to calm and peace, fertility meditation, whatever it is, you can get to that place where you really feel it's going to happen and it's going to happen in this perfect timing. What we want to do is just shed the trauma of having expectation and not coming in. Yeah. Yeah. So this could be very, very good. You're doing all the right things. And then now we just need to relax with the timing part of it, right? Just relax a little bit with that. But I don't see, this doesn't tell me a lot of intervention. This just tells me let go of the burden, right? That may be all that's necessary.
I had a boss like 10 years ago, and she confided in me that she was like, I don't think I'll be able to have kids. I've been trying for so long and I'm so discouraged. And I was like, oh, don't worry, you will. You're going to. You're just not ready. And she's like, no, you can't. And I promise you, I'm very ready. And I was like, yeah, but you're not ready. Like you think you're ready, but on a different level, you're just not ready yet. And when you're ready, it's going to happen. And her baby turned 7 years old last week. So it happened. It just took a little bit longer. And her life, like just watching her journey from afar, her life lined up in such beautiful ways where it's like, I'm sure she's really glad she had that extra couple of years because it's made this whole journey so much easier on her because she doesn't struggle in the way she used to. So I think take some comfort in knowing like this timing, it's intentional. It's giving you extra time. And sometimes when I'm like, my manifestations are taking too long or I'm getting frustrated, I'll try and flip it on its head and be like, okay, you know what? I'm thankful for this extra time to prepare. And I think you should look at it like this. You are really being given the opportunity to get everything lined up perfectly. The cards I pulled are witchcraft and rescue. So I think witchcraft to the rescue. Do some spells. And I think you can do healing spells to call in people who are going to be super helpful in this journey, call in the right doctors, call in the right vitamins, whatever. But I also think the main type of work you should do is magic to release your worry and anxiety, right? Work with release and restore, to restore your confidence and your body's ability to bring this beautiful baby into the world. imperfect timing. So just hasn't happened yet because that divine timing has not yet lined up, but it's ahead for you. It's on its way.
Yeah.
And yeah, and we can use witchcraft to turn the odds in our favor and to get timing back like to where we want it. So you can let the universe know, I'm pretty ready. Let me know what else I need to do to get ready, but I'm feeling ready and I want to see some movement here. You're gonna get what you want. So just like being
Yeah.
patient and
I
being
think peace and tranquility oil or peace
yeah.
and tranquility on a candle would be so good, and bring in blue so that it's all about like calming this pressure that you've been putting yourself.
Yeah.
And I really feel it's interesting because when I feel the energy of this, that 4 of Pentacles, it represents like heavy, those heavy discs on you. It really feels like pressure on you. We want to
Yeah.
take the pressure off. And that's where we get out of the looping tapes of like, I need to do this, I'm not good enough, what's defective about me, blah 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 blah, blah, and on we go. Right, we want to get to that place where we're like, this is like gonna happen, it's gonna happen in perfect timing. That's where you want to get to. So peace and tranquility may be super helpful for that, just to
Yeah.
get.
And we have like the peace and tranquility bath, which would be such a nice thing to do. But also either of those candles we talked about, either the Mother and Child or the Mother Mary, you could pair those with the Tranquility Booster Pack, and it'll come with the peace and tranquility oil and a bunch of other extra supplies to make your spell really shine.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Yeah, you're gonna get there. We believe in you. This type A personality. Are you a fire sign? An Aries by any chance? All our fire signs want everything right now. Very interesting. Okay, so ask 24.
And we
And
have Emily's question
oh,
now.
good. Okay. Ask 24. And Emily, if you'd like to get a reading, all you have to do is make a donation on PayPal, Venmo, or Super Chat. You'll see the links to those in the description of this video. And once you make your donation, come here into the chat. Let us know how much you donated, where you donated, and what your question is. We have one question per card if you want to do that, or if you want one question over 3 or 4 cards, whatever. Just know that it's $10 per card. All right. Ask 24. Sorry for the last minute question. No worries. We're here. We're here for it. I recently broke up with C, a genuinely great guy, because I'm still healing from a toxic relationship. Was it a mistake? All right. Let's see. I also feel like there's something else here, which is if your relationship with C is your highest and your best, you guys will find your way back to one another. And if there's someone else that's your highest and your best, you'll find your way to them. So, yeah. All right. Let's take a look. Interesting. Okay. So here's what I'm getting for this. I think that this relationship is over, but it's not bad that it's over. It's a genuinely great guy, but maybe not the right guy for you. And I say that not with like I think there's something more for you, honestly. Um Here's what I see. 5 of Wands. And sometimes we can like make a choice and then we start romanticizing that person of the past. We just remember all the good times that we had, or we remember all their good qualities, but we don't remember the things that may have also made us make that decision. Even
Mhm.
if it wasn't something that was done, but there was something at a deep intuitive level that may have been off. We have 5 of Wands here. So 5 of Wands can represent being on 2 different wavelengths. Really, that's what it is. It's like you're vibrating here, he's vibrating here. It's not like one is better or wrong or anything else, but you may want different things in life. You may have different goals or aims. So there can be this romanticization. I don't know. Trying to think about, well, we could work that out maybe, or maybe I would get him to come over to my side and my way of thinking or something like that. But I kind of see you as, when I see 5 of Wands, I kind of see you as different people, in a way that may be more problematic down the line. We also have the Hangman card, and the Hangman card is discipline and diligence leading to reward, right? Like if you worked on something, there's something that you would get out of this. But I also, along with that, I also see the Tower card. So
Mhm.
the Tower card really says it all for me. I don't think this relationship would have gone lifelong. I don't know that it would have lasted, but because maybe it ended early, maybe you were doing this thing of sacrificing, right? Sacrificing for a greater good. You can love somebody but not be right for them, or you or them right for you, right? There could be circumstances around that person that need to change that you don't have control over, but you might wish or hope, or maybe they'll get it, maybe they'll get some enlightenment, maybe they'll get a clue. But as I look at this, I feel like there was a sacrifice that was made, which was ending the relationship and ending it suddenly, that actually is going to benefit you to later on and finding the right relationship for the two of you. I just feel like this foundation of being being on a different plane or having different goals would have caused problems down the line. So
Yeah, I think so too. I've pulled two cards and I got endings. So I think, yeah, it's the end of that, and that's okay. And I think maybe this was like the like tonic that you needed following that toxic relationship, a reminder that not everyone's toxic. It doesn't mean it's meant to be the relationship that lasts the rest of your life, but it's some nice evidence that not everybody is like the ex that came before
yeah,
this one.
yeah,
um, the other card I pulled is Feast, which tells me I think there's really beautiful relationships ahead and things you'll really get to sink your teeth into that you wouldn't miss out on if you were in this relationship that probably wasn't going anywhere. So I think look forward to the
yeah,
feast. And it's okay that this one's set aside. And I think it's also like it's what honors him. He deserves to be with somebody who's gonna be fully invested in him. That's not what this relationship is for you, and that's okay.
yeah.
You're gonna have that with somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen many stories of people who marry somebody or get together or commit to somebody because they're a good person, but that's just not enough. I mean,
Mhm.
of course, we want our
Yeah,
person to be a good person, but there needs to be something more there. And just because they're a nice person or a good person, um, doesn't mean that we need to commit to them or that's our person. There's other
yeah,
genuinely nice people, and that's the thing you also have
yeah,
to recognize. So, you don't wanna marry somebody like, "Well, this is my this is a good friend to me," but there's no romance or excitement or, that can also be a mistake and a mistake, playing it too safe.
I've known some people in marriages like those. They end it. So
Yeah, because what happens is, honestly, what happens is when you're in a relationship with somebody, you're like, this is a good person. So I'm going to marry them. It's not then coming from the place of, I love this person. It's this outside assessment of saying, this is a good person. So then when someone
yeah,
comes along that is, you're drawn to, that's like your partner, you feel that big pull of magnetism, you're going to leave the boring dude who's safe for this, not necessarily unsafe, but just for a relationship that has more heart connection rather than an assessment of this is a good person. Well, as a good
yeah.
person, you can wish him well and wish him that he, like you, will find that beautiful partner that is a real match. So I just don't get that this was a match, even though that
Yeah.
he was a good person. It just wasn't enough, you know? So, yeah. So that's good. I mean, that's reaffirming, hopefully, for you that you didn't make the wrong choice and you don't have to mend things. So,
Yeah. Just
yeah,
onward.
wish that person well wish him well on his way. He's a good person. He's a good human. He deserves to have love. So do you, and a real love, and just wish him
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, and if he's a good person, he's gonna find it, right? Like, it'll be
Yeah,
fine.
he'll be fine. Um, should I continue with my decision to enter the military? I decided to join because I think it can help me build structure and discipline, which is something I have a hard time with. Okay, let's see. All right. Do you like being bossed around and someone telling you what to do? That's the question, because that's what it is in the military. I'm just giving you that's what it is. It's
Both of my sisters are a little bossy. I think they would admit it themselves. And they're both married to men who are in the military.
that's perfect. A military guy wants to have a bossy woman.
Those two do, apparently.
That's funny. That is very funny. All right, let's see. Oh, I think you're going to find satisfaction in it. You do have to be able to put up with people yelling at you and telling you what to do, even if you don't want to do it. For me, I would be like, oh, hell to the no. But I do not want anyone telling me what to do. But I am that bossy lady. um, so I think you're going to find great satisfaction in it. It may be, I think what we have to look at of what is the flip side of being bossed around is that you don't have to make the decision. Someone else is making the decision for you. So if you don't want to have the responsibility of making the decision, you just want to be given a task and do the task and get it done and do it well and feel that pride in doing it well. This will be a great path for you. So look at the positive cards that come up. Empress card comes up. I think you can rise. I mean, this card says you can rise very high. So I would even consider, as you're like deciding where to go into the military, try to get in at a higher level. Don't go in at that entry level, but say, look, I've got all these skills. I want to get in at this higher level. I want to be an officer. I want to go into officers training, or I want to be like how and then find the path to that. Do not talk to the recruiter about this, by the way, because this is a very well-known fact that recruiters will say anything to get you signed the paper. So they may,
That's their
yeah.
job.
So they may say to you, yeah, you can be an officer. I would talk to someone who is not a recruiter to find the path to be an officer. And how do you get that path? Not the recruiter, though. Somebody outside, somebody who's already in the military that you might know, somebody at, maybe you can even have some kind of, connection, or go to some kind of, or do your own research. Ask AI, honestly.
Or like Reddit, right? Like there's a lot of people on the internet who will share their experiences if you don't know
100%,
someone
right?
personally.
Yeah. So, like, I think you want to be smart about it. I think you want to go in, and because the Empress card goes up, it says you can go high. So, I think you can start a little bit higher than the entry level. It may be that you have a specialty, or it may be going to school to learn a specialty to do that job. So, don't go in to be the lowest of the low entry level. Go in at a higher level. What I see for you, Six of Swords, is it actually brings you what you want. Is that the things
Yeah.
that you want, the structure and the discipline are going to be part of it. Six of Swords is leaving behind the rough and stormy waters and going into smooth waters. So I do see that it brings you what you are looking for. It does bring you discipline. It does bring structure. The structure is they're telling you what to do and you do it, right? That's it. Then we have Nine of Cups, which is the card of satisfaction. So I think this can be a very, very satisfying experience where you feel good about yourself and you do a good job. But the main message is, do not get bamboozled by a recruiter into something that isn't the high level stuff. Like, you need to find that path. And I would just look on Reddit, as the Love Witch said, or go to AI and ask AI, I want to go into whatever branch of the military, but I want to be on a track to achieve this. How do I do it? And then, as with all AI, check and make sure the answer is right. Like, get the answer,
Yeah.
which is great and succinct, but then confirm by looking at other places and doing your research. So I think that research on the front end will pay off dramatically in your satisfaction. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got the exact same thing. Isn't it funny how that always works out. Like the card I got from the Yule or the Naughty or Nice deck is Alarm, and this looks exactly like what I think being in the military would be like, right? Like someone barking orders into your face, waking you up. So as long as you know what you're signing up for, I think it's a good choice and not something I thought I would be telling someone, right? So like this is really what the cards are saying. The other card I pulled is choices. So I think just like Pam was saying, there's not just one way to go into this. And the choice isn't just do I do this or do I not do this? The choice is how do I approach this and how do I enter this in a way that's going to bring me the most satisfaction and the most agency within this controlled environment. So I really do think it's about and I mean, hey, it's the military. So you're not going to go in and be everybody's boss, right? Like you're going to have to climb a ladder some way or another, but it doesn't mean you have to start at the very, very bottom rung. So do your research, really know what you're getting yourself into. And yeah, I think really like this person's making choices based on advice of other people, right? So probably people who've been through it. So I think really taking a pulse check and getting advice from people who stand to earn nothing from your decision,
Yeah.
right? So not the recruiter, but other people who've been through
Yeah,
it.
I think Reddit might be a great option where you can ask people in your branch of the military that you're interested in. I get
Mhm.
this feeling that there are tracks. Like, I don't know why I get that feeling, but I get this feeling, maybe I've heard it somewhere or no, yeah, I don't know. But there are tracks, like you could be on a track for something. And what you do
Mhm.
is find how to get into that track and be very smart. And I would start to look even in Reddit, look at, wherever Air Force recruiters and see what people have to say so that you are making a choice that is going to make you satisfied and happy and not just being a warm body that they sign it, but that you come in with smart questions and you ask for the things that you want and you get it on paper. Go learn from other people who have gone through the process so that you don't get just a promise and then nothing that follows up. How do you get on these tracks would be where I would start the research. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's great
Yeah, but
advice.
it's great satisfaction for you and really lovely things for you. I think there's a lot of yeah, and you're gonna get shouted at like that. Alarm.
Mhm.
I don't like to wake up early. I don't like people telling me what to do. I would be the worst person. In fact, when I was in high school, my uncle who was in the Navy, my dad had him come to talk to me. I was this punk rocker, like, and this guy, my uncle, who I love, my uncle, but he's like, you should go in the Navy. It's really good. And I'm thinking, I am the worst person to go into the Navy. Not,
Well, you wouldn't be the
it's
worst. You'd be the second worst if I was there.
I'm like, it's not me. I am a wild free spirit that is never going to be a good match. But, if you like to have that structure and it will provide structure and you want those, but you also want those pathways. You also want to see that pathway. And because the Empress card says you could be, in an officer and be at a high level. But I think you have to find out how to get into those programs or whatever it is. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I think too, like, and I don't mean this in any sort of disrespectful way, but just by nature, a lot of people join the military because they want to be told what to do. So a lot of people there probably are not looking into these options and really doing their research. Like, okay, I want you to tell me what to do, and then I'm going to do it. So by being curious and by taking that extra initiative, I think you can get really far a lot faster. And you're going to stand out, and people are going to notice that, like, okay, yeah, she's got ambition, and we like that.
She's got that magic thing that we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I have lots of clients who are in the military and will do spells or have me do spells for them. It's such a wonderful thing, and the service that the military provides supporting the Constitution of the United States
Mhm.
is something that is really admirable. So yeah, yeah, it's really good. Thanks so much. All right, we've got our wheel of names. We're gonna do our giveaway. We're giving away Salem Witch. Our special winter solstice giveaway is the Salem Witch Oracle deck, designed by Madame Pamita, the Love Witch, and Bee. Bee's behind the scenes at the Parlor of Wonders. Do we have our wheel? Oh, you gave me the wheel. What am I doing?
Yes, I
All
do.
right, I gotta open this up in a new tab. Let's see if I can do that. Yes. All right. Now let me get this in a new tab. All right. There we go. Now I can bring it up. All right. Share. No, that's not what I want. All right. Let me bring up the wheel and put it off to the side. And then I can go to share. It's a little bit different than my old. No, I want to share the other window. I want to share this window. Yes, there we go. Okay. All right. No, I don't want to share that. Oh my goodness. I got a new browser, you guys. I'm getting off of Google. I'm getting a new browser. It's been funny. All right, this one. There. Did that work? I can't believe it's doing that. What the heck? I'm clicking on it. Oh my God, you guys. Sorry. I'm not used to things. I don't know how does a computer work? What's a computer? All right, let's try again. Allow. Okay, no, I want to share this window. This window. Yay! I did it.
Yay.
Oh, third time's the charm. All right, we're going to spin the wheel to see who wins the deck. This is very exciting. All right, you ready, everybody? Here we go. I'm not touching it. Ask 24. Oh, Ask 24.
Yay.
Okay, Ask 24. So Ask 24, go to parlorofwonders.com, go to the chat. Chat window will be the Love Witch answering your question. You can let the Love Witch know. If you're already gone, I don't know if Ask 24 is around anymore, and you're watching this video, then you can come back and let us know who you are, and we'll get you that coupon so you can get a Salem Witch Oracle deck. All right.
So message us on chat and we'll get back to you soon with a link you can use. Yeah, hopefully you're still here.
Yeah. Or watching the video.
Matt, we'll track you down. We'll figure out who you are.
Yeah, exactly. If you watch the video later, it'll be up on YouTube. So if you're watching this video later, you can get back to us. All right, everybody. Happy winter solstice. Let's see how much money we raised. I didn't add it up. Let me add it up.
Oh, I added it up while you were doing the wheel. We raised $264.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you so much.
Which is almost 7 seniors.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I'll be filling in the rest. I'll be filling in the gaps. Thank you so much, you guys. So what is it? 274? 264. 264. Yeah. All right, I'll make it 300. All right, everybody. Have a great evening, everyone. Have a beautiful winter solstice. I hope you do something very special, nourishing for yourself, for your soul. We'll see you next Sunday, right after the live Magic Q&A tea party. Sign up at spellsquad.com. You can join us for that and then come over here for this.